What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another highly combustible reaction. We're going to be jumping into the next one on our Netherlands journey, learning about another city. Let's go. Let's jump in. Let's check it out. The Netherlands' most beautiful city, 2,000 years old. Nijmegen. Let's jump in. Let's check it out together. Let's roll. Yes. Seriously, I like city art. All city art. If it's on a building, if it's on a bridge, if it's on a road, I like street art. That was a beautiful bird. Come on now.
Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome to the Netherlands. More specifically, Nijmegen. I'm here visiting Laura. You guys remember Laura? I met her in Guatemala early this year, and I'm riding bike for the first time in the Netherlands.
So this is actually my first time ever coming to Europe, and I've really wanted to come. I felt the pull for a while, and meeting Laura in Guatemala earlier this year was a really big blessing. It's opened up this great opportunity to come here for 2 weeks, explore all around the Netherlands, and even go into Germany for a little bit. But for now, we're starting the 2 weeks off in Nijmegen, which is actually the oldest city in the Netherlands. It's part of the Dutch province of Gelderland.
Well, I am Sir Ulrich von Liechtenstein from Gelderland.
I love that they put this in there. Oh my goodness. Surrey is a Knight's Tale. Let's go. We love ourselves some Knight's Tale.
Dutch province of Gelderland.
Well, I am Sir Ulrich von Liechtenstein from Gelderland.
So one thing the Netherlands is absolutely famous for is the biking, and this is actually my first time on a bike here in the Netherlands. I grew up on a bike, I know what I'm doing. But Laura and I are actually on our way down to the old city. We're gonna walk around and explore.
This.
What is that?
Laura.
What is this contraption? The Stair Bicycle Master. Look at it.
What is going on?
Oh! Is it really that hard to just wheel your bike down the ramp? We gotta have specialized things?
Only in the Netherlands.
So
That's right.
on a lot of the stair sets, there's actually these little tracks for pushing your bike down and up to make it easier. I thought that was super cool. It's the first time I've ever seen that. And upon arriving in the old city, we bring our bikes down into this underground parking garage, which is absolutely free to park your bike for the full day, and it's looked after with security, and if you leave it overnight, it's only a couple euro. These are in place to promote biking, to give you incentive to ride your bike downtown rather than driving your car.
Okay, Laura, where are we right now?
We're going to put the bikes away.
Is this an underground bike parking garage?
This is
time ever.
very cool.
You got it, Laura.
They even got the lift there
People
for
need
you.
to see this. How crazy is that? They've got it figured out here. Okay, I'm gonna help you now. So we're down in the bike garage, and there's this old brick thing here. This is super weird. All right, guys, as I was saying, there was that old brick thing downstairs, and when they were digging that parking garage out, they found that. It's from like the 15th century. That's one of the coolest things about European cities, that there's so much history here. They're just digging and they find like things from hundreds of years.
I thought that the motorcycle garages here in Thailand were crazy, but at least they're not 2-story high. Like you don't have to have a special lift to put your bike up in the air. You only have the downstairs parking. But it is pretty crazy as well. Like 80-something% of Thais drive motorcycles. So it's very, very weird compared to being back home where nobody drives. Like, you might go out on a trip and see 2 motorcycles while you're driving around back in the States where I lived. So it's very, very... It's a culture shock thing, but it's a cool culture shock thing. So I'm looking forward to seeing a whole bunch of bikes in the Netherlands.
Years ago, and they just kept it so people could appreciate it. It's pretty cool, Laura.
It is.
So Nijmegen actually took friendly fire in World War II, and the Allies bombed the old city and wiped out a good portion of it. And actually, they have these little silver emblems lining the street that mark to the edge of the bomb's destruction.
So we're just walking down like this little back alley, and there's literally people's back.
Everything is so damn quaint. Everything is so damn cozy. Everything looks like, I don't know, like a hobbit village. It's all like a fairy tale.
It's right here.
So
How
much
beautiful
green.
is that,
Yeah.
guys? It's just like green and all landscape, nice.
I'm waiting for the
flowers
fairies
and
to jump
everything.
out.
And then on the side of the building here, there's all these birdhouses.
That's where the fairies live, in those houses. Those are not bird houses. Let's get that correct. Those are pixie houses.
You can hear the birds chirping. It's really beautiful. Just a average door here to lock this
average
alleyway
door?
we've been going down. But little do most people know, guys, behind the door, underneath here, what is that? It's a geocache. If you open it up, Laura, can you open it up? Laura showed me this, and I think it's really cool. It's just like a random little magnet there. And inside there's this note. We're not going to get it out and read it, but how cool is that? A little gym in the city. Put that back.
It's probably not there anymore now.
Old church. Everything's old, isn't it, Laura?
Yeah. There's a
Just take a peek. Let's get out of here.
So one of the main
You don't want to
sights
interrupt the
see
service.
is the St. Stephen's Church. It is the oldest and largest church in Nijmegen, and it absolutely dominates the skyline. You can actually go up to the top, which is super cool. The church was severely damaged in the 1944 bombing and was then rebuilt up until 1969, I believe. And now it is remade and as beautiful as ever.
It is absolutely stunning. I can't wait to go to a cathedral or a church that has one of these giant organs. Like, just to feel that, this can be something else.
Laura, where are we?
It is St. Stephen's Church.
So this church we're walking around in is called sint-stevenskerk, or St. Stephen's Kirk in English. Laura's teaching me a little Dutch, which, by the way, guys, is really hard. Learning Spanish is like, I've been learning it my whole life, little bits at a time, being from the US and having Mexico right below us. But learning a new language here in Europe, I don't know, it's just completely new, so that's pretty tough. But this is such a beautiful place. Just getting to walk through these historical buildings and getting to look at the detail and hear a little bit about the history is absolutely amazing.
So the bell tower connection to the church just happened to be open the day we were there, which was super lucky. It only cost €4 per person to go all the way to the top, which provides beautiful views of Nijmegen. It's an absolute must.
So this massive tower connected to the side of the church is actually open today. Laura says that's quite lucky. And we're gonna go up.
Here we go. Oh yeah, that's definitely a must to get up to the top point in some of these towns. Do 360 photos or whatever else. Look at this. It's gorgeous. I love those big clocks. I love the big clocks in the city. I despise grandfather clocks in a house. That's a huge difference. Like, I don't mind if the city bell tolls. That's different. That's powerful. That's the city bell. Like, that's at the church. Just looking at it up there on the bell tower. Like, that's crazy. But those godforsaken grandfather clocks in houses have got to go. We don't need something chiming every 15 minutes, people. Look at it.
And here's the bells, guys. A lot of these ones were newer, rebuilt in the 50s, but this one right here is from the 1400s, over 500 years old. So we're sitting in this lovely little park here, It's really nice.
See, this is what you don't see in America. People outside like this. We just don't have time to go and hang out in the park. We're constantly working in America. Like, legitimately, you work till the sun goes down, then you go home, you sleep, and you go wake up the next day and you go to work again. Like, this is amazing to see people out here all enjoying their time and having fun.
At a little local store. Look at how cheesy that is.
It does
So
look
what do we got
cheesy.
here? What is it, Laura?
Mergelpijp.
Mergelpijp?
Yeah.
Oh, what?
It has this cream inside.
Does that not look...
Is that covered with chocolate and white chocolate? I'm down. I'm gonna eat whatever the hell that is. That looks like a delicious dessert. See, where y'all been hiding these kind of desserts from me? I always try to push the fricadelle and the herring, but you don't try to push any delicious desserts.
So delicious.
It looks
So what's it
delicious.
called, Laura?
Mergelpijp.
Mergelpijp. Apparently it's filled with cream. Oh my gosh. It's kind of like a Twinkie, but there's raspberry in there too.
Oh my god, like a raspberry flavored filled Twinkie. My mouth is legitimately watering right now.
It's good. Really good.
I'm gonna eat that. I'm gonna eat a dozen of those.
House in Nijmegen. Dating back to 1492. I think that's what the sign says.
Yeah, I want to get one of those
16th
things.
century, basically.
So, if you are planning a trip to the Netherlands, one thing you absolutely have to look into is this thing called a museum cart. It's basically this card that gets you into all the major museums and castles around the country, and it's only 60 euro. If you're gonna go to more than a handful of them, you absolutely save money. The thing is, I'm pretty sure they're only for Dutch residents, but you only need a Dutch address to get one. So if you have a friend, they can get one for you. Laura informed me of it before I left, and I was like, absolutely, we need to get that. Get the museum cart.
So Laura had the foresight to get us these cards. They're only 60 euro, and they get you into all these
I'm getting a museum card.
museums,
That's it.
including like the Van Gogh Museum in Amsterdam.
Do they still have museum cards today? Because we need to get that. If it gets you into all the different museums, that's the way to go.
And we just got into this museum. Touch the wall and see what happens. As I can read Dutch.
Don't do it.
Dun dun dun.
That's some interactive, holographic magic. That's what that is. That's some interactive museum magic. Come on now.
He's lighting a cannon? I couldn't even tell when I was that close. I just thought he was burning me. I've done a horrible job of explaining what this place is, but I still am not totally sure. It's like an old castle or something. I do know the interior in here is just really cool. Guys, these doors were...
That was a mammoth. You better go down there and show me that mammoth skull. I swear you
When
better.
we came up, I have no idea if we're supposed to be here. But look at this.
I have no idea if we're supposed to be here. That probably means you're probably not supposed to be
You
there.
got like the exterior of old castle walls. And then you have like the newer stuff on the outside here.
That's badass. It's like they put a facade up over the front, and yet they still keep all of the old historical bits. That's amazing.
That is fascinating.
That's super fascinating.
So there's the top of the old castle. That's like what's left. And we were down below there where like all the ruins are from hundreds of years ago. So we're in another museum now. This museum card is so nice. Getting to come to these different museums for only 60 euro, a full year of entrances.
A whole year. We're gonna need a lot of time in the Netherlands.
But behind me here, guys, this is a really famous painting of old Nijmegen. That is like...
Look at the top of the top of that castle. It still looks exactly the same. That's crazy.
exactly what I think of when I think of old European cities.
It's
It
amazing.
just looks so magnificent.
Look at those giant ass city walls. That's like back in the day when you ain't want nobody to invade you.
Jump with me. Jump with me.
Now we're talking. Oh, I saw him. I saw him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and back.
Jump with me.
That's those things, right? That's those chocolate things, right? I'm eating a whole shitload of those. I promise you. I'm getting fat. Twinkies with raspberry inside. Get out of here. Look at all of this.
I've been feeling it buzzing in my fingertips.
Coffee shops.
Get lost, get far away, and do what we wanna do now. Jump with me. Jump with me.
Hell no. No. Nope. 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 You see, I don't trust people. I don't trust carny rides. No, we're not. I will watch people ride around and we'll take some pictures of them riding around. But there will be no carny rides. I don't do that. Because carny rides, you know what they do? People always get lazy. People are inherently lazy and they skip the maintenance on things. And then when they skip the maintenance on things, that falls to you to falling off that machine. No thanks.
Alright guys, that is it for our day of exploring Nijmegen, Netherlands. It was fun.
Hey
It was
man,
exciting.
you gotta use a h. You gotta use some h in your voice. Nijmegen. It's a little bit. Alright, Nijmegen. It's not that hard.
I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed this new face-to-face commentary along with the day's events. I really enjoyed the process of doing this, the editing. I think I've been sitting here for like 10 hours, and if you can hear the noise above me, that means people are up because I've been up all night doing that.
Hey, this has been a great
I have to give
video,
a
though.
Huge shout out to Laura for guiding me around and telling me all the information I basically shared with you guys. She was an amazing guide for the day, and I'm really thankful for
Can't
it.
wait.
So if you guys enjoyed, please hit that thumbs up button. It lets me know. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. And hit that bell notification. I'm going to be doing weekly uploads on Saturdays. Next week, I have an episode on Beaupart, Germany, a small village right on the Rhine River. It's an absolutely beautiful village. We had a really, really good time there. We stayed in an Airbnb overlooking the central square. It's magnificent. I can't wait to share with you guys. But thank you so much for watching. That's going to wrap it up for this one, and I hope you all have a great day.
There you
Peace, Pikeys. You.
There you go.
Vlogging once, Laura.
No,
Just hold the camera and say something.
No, I don't want to.
She did it. There you have it. 100%. If you guys enjoyed it, go show Jordan Pike some love on his channel. I'm going to leave it down below. We are not going to jump into the next one yet. Hit the like button if you liked it. The dislike button if you disliked it. Check out one of the other videos up there. Subscribe right here. If you want to see more content, possibly your content. Definitely looking like another town that we might have to visit. I'm telling you, if you want me to see something from your town, send it over to me in some way, shape, or form, and we will most certainly learn about your town or province. Until the next one, I'm highly combustible. You guys be happy, healthy, safe. I love you to the moon and back. Peace.